How do we unlock our potential? How do we live with an infinite mindset, an infinite potential mindset? So first, I'd like to dedicate this class to David Avram ben Baruch Shalah. May your neshama, may your soul have a great ascent in Gan Eden in heaven. So there's a phrase in the Torah and the Bible, B'chol levavecha v'chol nafshecha v'chol modecha. You shall serve God with all of your heart, with all of your soul, and b'chol modecha. It's an interesting phrase. Many times it's translated as with all of your might, or with all of your possessions. But it can also be translated with all of your more. Just when you think you've given everything, every ounce, every effort, just do a little bit more. And you'll see, if you do that God will enable you to do a little bit more after that, and a little bit more, and a little bit more, and a little bit more. Why is that? Because if you've given up, if you say, no, I need to, I can't, and then you push yourself forward, you're opening yourself up, and you're saying, God, I want to continue forward, but the only thing I can do it is if I'm together with you in this. And God wants that. God wants us to be together with Him in that we're given this gift of life. Our soul was brought into this body for a reason, and we're here to fulfill a specific mission and purpose. So every time that we say, I can't, and then we continue, that's the point where it stops being about us and starts, in truth, being about God. That's full devotion. B'chol modecha, with all of your more. What's the more? The more comes after you feel like on your own, that's it. I can't. But then you continue and you do it anyway. So in the world of fiction, what's a way that they represent unlimited potential? So one way is a superpower. There's many superpowers. Let's say the superpower of flight. And many times where it's depicted, like the origin story of a superhero, is that when they're first discovering their superhero ability, is there's some pressing situation. Either they're being chased or someone else is being chased, or someone's in need. It's a life and death scenario, God forbid. And then they just jump, and all of a sudden they see, oh, look, I can fly. Wow, look at that. Or I can run fast, or whatever the scenario is. In a previous video, we talked about hysterical strength. It's when you see that, wow, I didn't know I could do that. That's the moment. That's the B'chol modecha moment. Why? Because in real life, it doesn't come about just happenstance. In real life, it does come about when we've reached our limit, and we continue another ounce, another step forward, and you'd be amazed, and people are amazed as what you can achieve, because it's not you. It's not about you. You're here for a specific mission and purpose. It's not your mission. It's not your purpose. God sent you here. God sent your soul down here to fulfill that mission and purpose. So we talked about flight, the superpower of flying. And to soar, a lot of times you have enemies at all sides, and then you're oh wow, I can fly away from all of that. What's the idea? It's This is a soul potential. And it's also psychological. That it's that we feel that we're boxed in. We feel like we're limited. We feel like we're there's walls at all sides. But it's like a paper tiger. You can walk through. It's really, there's a clear path ahead. But what's preventing you? What's preventing you is that we need to think about God. We need to give it over, fully devoted. Give it b'chol madecha, give everything we have. And then we realize, oh, there's a clear path ahead. Oh, wow, look at that. So in terms of like soaring, of ascending, what's the idea is that we're coming close to God. And typically where is that done? That's in prayer. It's in service. We're returning, we're coming close to God. We're also ascending. We're in our consciousness, in our perspective of how we're viewing the world. Right? Are we in some type of a locked escape room? Or is there a clear path ahead? Is it just paper? Can walk through. So there's a story from the Bible. There's a famous story of Jacob as he was fleeing from his brother Esau. He had a dream. There's a lot discussed in Jewish mysticism about this dream, a very famous dream of the ladder. You had angels that were ascending, angels that were descending. But now we'll just focus on that vision, that symbolism of a ladder itself. A ladder means you start at the bottom and you climb up. That's the human experience. You can also go down a ladder, but in prayer, we're ascending. We're going up the ladder. And then we come back down after prayer, right? Back down to the world. So one of the expressions, one of the songs about flights in the world of fiction is that it's called defying gravity. Where does that come from? Who experiences gravity in the world? Everything experiences gravity in the world. From insects, even birds experience gravity. Everything experiences gravity in the world. So what does that remind us of? That reminds if you want to, it's not that we're defying gravity, right? There's laws of nature. But God gave us powers of the soul. So the focus is on those powers. Not on what we think the laws of nature are, because maybe there's new discoveries to be made. Science hasn't discovered everything. Maybe, like what's called hysterical strength, maybe there's perfectly rational explanations for that. Maybe there's rational explanations for telekinesis. Maybe a lot of these things that we call superpowers are maybe just things that we haven't discovered in nature yet. Like scientifically, maybe we just haven't got there yet. So what is the lesson here in our service of God, in fulfilling, unlocking our potential? Is that the focus is not on defying gravity. That's like we're escaping these pursuers, but we're still in that limited landscape. Just close our eyes and just imagine that the path ahead is clear. And whatever it takes, whatever my mission and purpose is in this world, so even if it seems it's a miracle, even if no one else has done it, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Because the question is not that. The question is this fulfilling my mission and purpose? Am I serving God b'chol modecha, with all of my might? So you can call this an infinite mindset. You can call this some type of it's just being fully devoted, fully giving over to our service of God. And what's the infinite? It's not that I'm infinite. I'm just a conduit. I'm just here as a messenger for God in this world. I'm here as just to fulfill some mission and purpose that needs to get done. If it's not going to get done by me, it'll get done by someone else. But God has given me this gift of life, so I have to make the most of it. Be thankful, make the most of it. Give it 100%. Be fully devoted and given over. So what's prayer? Prayer is the ultimate flight of the soul and a body. But then we come back down. What's the point of coming close and beseeching God with prayer and longing? Is that we have to return. It's for the sake of returning back and using that new clarity, using that new inspiration, ambition, the new drive, in order to do something, to make a difference in this world, to inspire, to do acts of goodness and kindness. Even like the holiest day of Yom Kippur, the Day of Atonement, the holiest day of the Jewish calendar, where we spend a good part of the day in synagogue and we don't eat and drink and other things, other bodily needs. We forgo them for over a day. And our focus is just on our service of God. But then what do? Right afterwards, we build a sukkah. And we build a dwelling. The next holiday of Sukkot. It's called the Festival of Booths. The holiday of Sukkot. We're back to building, we're back to constructing, we're back to focusing on building reality, if we were to be abstracted. Because that's what it's about. Why create the world? Why put souls and bodies to begin with? It's for the sake of making this world a holy place. Making this, it's called a dwelling place for God. Making this world a home for God. To see godliness in everything, to reveal godliness in everything. But again, what is my place in that? What is my role in that? I first have to unlock that unlimited potential within. That soul potential within. That infinite potential within. So this is, what do we see on Yom Kippur is that we are forgiven, we're atoned, we're cleansed. It starts with a clean slate, a reset button. And we should know that in our divine service, every moment is a reset button. Every moment has this potential for renewal, to renew our service, and to make it very successful. What's the greatest success? Our greatest success, again, is fulfilling our mission and purpose. Whatever that means for you, and you have to discover and you have to figure out what that means for you. So you should have a very successful year, one filled with the ability to be able to perform God's will on earth beyond your greatest imagination, and to do it in a way of full, complete devotion. What does it mean to be devoted? It also means to be true. To be true to your true identity, your true self, your true potential. Not whatever you've constructed over the years, whatever self-image. No, to focus on the present moment, the present of doing your utmost now, and revealing godliness now, doing good now, revealing the goodness of creation, both in your own life and the lives of others. So God should bless you, should see revealed good in this year. For those who are fasting, have an easy fast, an easy and meaningful fast. And may it be that we are all able to, I don't like to say unlock, because then you're still thinking about locks. You should just live your life fully devoted, fully in the service of God, with all of your modacha, with all of your might, with 100%. God bless you all. Blessings and much success.